heard one of the most vital voices of the urban Midwest today. Poet Mitchell L.H. Douglas has both a critical and also compassionate perspective on the pulse of America's heartland.
That's right. Mitchell is a Louisiana native that lives with us here in Indianapolis and is the author of 3 poetry collections. The 4th and most recent, Universal Corner, just dropped March 3rd. With more on the new collection, we welcome to the show Mitchell L.H. Douglas.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Love it. Yes, we're so glad to have you here.
Absolutely. The Universal Corner, can you tell us a little bit more? You brought it here. Tell us a little bit about the theme of the book and kind of the story behind the title, too, as well.
So I feel like everybody has that kind of magical first concert experience. And this kind of goes into one of the themes of the book. So my first concert as a 13-year-old was seeing the punk band X in Iowa City, Iowa. This is where I was living at the time. And Iowa had a pretty cool punk scene for a little college town. Universal Corner is one of their songs. And there's a poem kind of about that experience. And so for me, I think a Universal Corner in a way is like this kind of rallying point for all of us, something that's a common experience. And music means a lot to me. I write a lot about music, and this book just so happens to kind of focus more on my punk and hip hop side that I had not touched on in other books before.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we mentioned in the introduction that you're considered one of the most vital voices in urban Midwest today. And growing up, for me, it was always urban or Midwest. Like, combining them together is very unique. But so tell us how you think you developed such a pulse for this area.
I'm a city mouse. It's like, some writers need the country and quiet. Like, I need skyscrapers and cars honking. Like, I need to be close to that, which I think maybe goes to the punk music, as loud and crazy as that is sometimes. But I think that's who I am. And just kind of being the city kid, it's just kind of a natural kind of music. That's a natural music for me. The city is a kind of music, and I key in on that too when I write. I want to sound like that when I write.
That's awesome. The cover of this book too, is this actually your artwork here?
So this is the thing. If you were at the Indianapolis airport last year, maybe let's see, October 24 through maybe kind of early 25, you probably saw this as you were taking off out of B Concourse, and just happened to answer a call with Indy Arts Council, and luckily enough, I got to see the original kind of blown up into huge proportions at the airport, which was for me, made me think about new ways to share my work. So this is the first time I've had my own art as a cover, which is exciting and a little bit scary.
Well, congratulations.
I know,
That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
It really does. It stands out in everything. I love it.
I think that adds maybe another layer to the book, too. I mean, it already meant so much to you, but to have another element of something that's so personal for you added into that is amazing.
Yeah, I think, and I have my daughter, Nia, to thank for that. I'm a father of 2. Both my children are artists, and people are probably saying, oh, my God, no. Yes, both my kids are artists. And my older son, Mitchell, is a visual artist. And my daughter, Nia, kind of being at home with her during the pandemic, and she's painting, and I'm looking at her painting, I'm like, I should be getting back to my own art. And it was something that I hadn't done in a long time. I actually stopped when I was in undergrad at the University of Kentucky. I stopped taking art studio classes so I could focus on poetry, because there was something in my head where I was thinking, I need to do one or the other if I'm going to get good at this. And now I'm like, okay, I need to get back to that. It's funny the way that happens. So I still think that my kids are better artists than me. I'm trying to catch up to them, so we'll see.
Isn't it funny what they teach us? Isn't it funny what they teach us?
See how that goes.
Yeah, I love that. Well, admittedly, when I first read the title, Universal Corner, and you touched on this, I actually thought of universal street corners. Like, you go around to different cities, and there's always a corner of a street that seems to remind you of home or remind you of another place. And you provided very well your explanation of what you mean by universal corner, but where is this book going to take you? Is it going to take you to other cities, to the familiar and the unfamiliar?
I'm kind of focusing on the Midwest right now, and I'm going to go to Louisville. Going to go back home to Louisville in let's see, that's going to be later this week. I'm going to go to Iowa City, where I kind of first started writing poetry, where my dad was getting his PhD there. Coincidentally, writing about Maury Evans for his to get his doctorate at the University of Iowa. So there was something like pulling me to Indiana, like all these through all these years, which is just like I think is amazing. It's one of those funny things that the way that the world works. But so Iowa City is important for me in poetry, but I'll also be at the Unbound Book Festival in Missouri in April, and then back for the Midwest Writers Workshop in Muncie in the summer. So trying to keep busy, and it's fun to me that the teaching is part of it too. So I'll be doing like workshops and seeing people and having conversations with other poets when I travel.
Awesome. Beautiful. Very cool. I'm a Ball State grad, so we love Muncie, Indiana. Yes, for
Good
sure.
stuff going there, yeah.
Absolutely. Mitchell, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We will have more information about Mitchell and also his book over on our website at lifestylelive.tv. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.